In this video, I'm going to show y'all how you can get tons of royal jelly inside of part 2 of the Busy Bee update in Grow a Garden. The update just came out. It introduces the royal shop, all of that good stuff, and I bet you want a lot of jelly so you can buy things like the king bee and the pahutakawa plant. With this update, they introduced a way to get this, and this is actually going back to the good old quest, and this time it's a little bit different because you have queen bee quest, and you only get 3 of these to do every single hour. Now, I will say at the time you're probably watching this video, it will probably be different. I feel like it may either let you do more quests at once, or you will be able to actually do them quicker, and I'm going to show you how you can maximize how fast you do them. But let's go over here. Let's also buy this mythical bee egg because I do need some better bees, and for this method, you are going to want a few decent bees. You really don't need this many that I have. A lot of these are actually pretty bad here, so I'm trying to get rid of them anyways. But I highly recommend you get a few of the better tier bees that are possible. But this update introduces a whole lot of quests you can get. As you can see, this right here is considered the easy section of the quest. And for the most part, most of these quests are very easy. And the reason for this is that these actually only give you 15 jelly coins. Jelly coins, royal jelly, what is it called? I think it's called royal jelly, right? Yeah, it is technically a part of the first tier. I mean, these include like hatch 1 bee egg or something like that. I know it says 75 royal jelly, but this has been changed. It's only 15 as of right now, at least. But then there's tiers of like medium, where it's a lot harder quests, and you even have ones that are supposed to be hard. Now, fortunately for you guys, I'm going to show you how you can really just get through this and bypass basically everything. The only thing that does suck with this event is this timer. So in 8 minutes, aka when I get some new quests, I can show you guys how to do it. But first, you're going to want to get some new things. The most important thing I tell everyone is you're going to want some watering cans. And this is simply because not only can you use it for your honey coins or like getting a bunch of honey coins, but you also actually just wanted to be able to grow plants a lot faster since you're actually not able to use sprinklers. If I try and place down a master sprinkler in my garden, yeah, as you can see, it just does not work. The next thing I highly recommend you guys do, and you don't want to plant these, but you want to come to this honey seed shop and bro, just purchase a bunch of these honey carrots. They actually don't even cost honey coins. It literally just costs normal shekels. You can also purchase, I mean, honey strawberries if you got a lot of coins, honey coins. But you simply just want a bunch of seeds that come from the honey seed shop. And the reason you're doing this is not so you can actually plant it and use it, but for something different. And you're going to find out why in just a minute. But I'm going to go ahead, quickly skip till the part where these quests reset. So it says 6 minutes here, but for you, it's just going to be 3, 2, 1. And there it is. As you can see, so the quest lines have changed. Now I have to do different stuff. For example, compress 10 kilograms of pollinated plants. That is actually super easy to do, even if you're a beginner. But let's look at the other two. It says harvest 75 plants from your honey garden. We will be able to do that very easily too. And the last one, which is kind of hard, is buy 100 seeds from the honey seed shop. The reason I told you earlier to actually buy the honey carrot seeds is so that if it requests us to like plant a bunch of seeds, you can just do it with the honey carrots. It's so easy. But this time it wants us to keep purchasing it, meaning you have to go back in the shop and actually buy it. Now, since I do have a lot of honey coins, I can literally purchase everything that just has a lot of stock, and it's kind of worth it. So here we go. Let's just purchase all of these guys. But you can just follow only the honey carrot seed. That will be perfectly fine, and it still does count. The only thing I will say is make sure you don't plant them because, like I said, there's going to be different types of quests. Next quest might actually ask us to plant 150 times in the honey garden, so you're not going to want to lose that chance. As you can see in the past, the royal jelly reward was so much higher, bro. It was like 500, 500, 400, 600. I don't know what the developer developers did. Right now, it's technically very, very difficult to actually get to that number, but I'm sure they are going to probably buff it in the next few hours. By the time you're seeing this video, this will probably be a lot higher. I would recommend you check that out. But for the quest where we need to get a 10-kilogram item, now in this thing, it is literally based off of how much the fruit weighs. So what I highly recommend is to get something like the honey coconuts. Not only do these get pollinated if you have the honey version, but they actually weigh a lot. As you can see, this one weighs 11 kilograms all the way up to 18. They're actually not very good for earning money, but they are pretty good for completing these quests. It was super cheap, I believe, in the honey shop to buy it, too. It was like maybe a few thousand honey coins. But there we go. If I just compress it once, boom, that quest is complete. As you can see, we just received the 15 royal jelly. So now we need to harvest 75 plants from our garden. For that, I highly recommend you just do what you're best at and what is making you the most amount of coins. Now, for me, in the past, I have mentioned that the honeydew is very good. This one in the shop, it's not in stock right now, but it does regrow, and it's very, very good for making money. So that's what I'm going to pick up. You can also do tomatoes since they're pretty low in weight, and you can put a bunch in. But it only is asking you to actually just pick it up, so you don't actually really have to put in anything. But there we go. Let's go ahead and collect all of these. And you know what? I'm actually going to delete the extra coconuts. I don't want this going into my compressor because that's just going to make things take longer. And, bro, it earns me like no money. So here we go. I want to sell this. Bro, can I not sell it? Oh my god, you're telling me that thing might go in my compressor? Oh no. Okay, yeah, look, it only gives 80 honey coins. So obviously, coconuts are not worth it for that purpose. And oh my god, it just submitted one plant for 15 kilograms. It's good for the quest, but it's not really going to help you with any other quest than things that have to do with weight. Okay, there we go. I submitted 3 plants, probably a few honeydews, so that should actually give us a good amount of money. But more importantly, we are able to start completing that quest. And at the same time, you want to just make sure you're buying seeds from the honey shop. Now, does it count? This one is what I'm very much wondering. Like, will it also count the other shop? Right now, I have 43 bots. So what if we try to buy it from the honeycoin shop? There we go. Boom. Will it go to 45? And no, it does not. So it literally only counts the basic honey shop, and you have to only buy it from here. Otherwise, it does not work. But it's a very easy quest to complete. You really don't need a whole lot. And honestly, the honey tomatoes are not too bad for farming money anyways. And look at that, bro. We got 1,000 honey coins. Not obviously the best. I've gotten way more than that before, but it's a lot better than picking up the coconuts. Honestly, the coconut tree is only good for the weight quest, and that is it. There's also quests that say incubate 2 seeds. This quest isn't actually talking about this incubation machine where you can turn your stuff into jelly, but instead it is specifically talking about this one. And for this, you do need honey coins, but basically all you do, bro, is you just get a seed. Wait, you have submitted. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you get a seed, and then you need some honey coins in order to incubate it, or basically just make it the normal version for your main garden. I did make a video on how to get tons of honey coins, so I highly recommend you check it out. This is the best method by far, and I found it very early on. But this is around a 15-minute timer for whatever you come in and incubate. So just make sure that you actually have enough time to complete the quest, and that way you're not wasting your time. Other quests could include fill the honey compressor 6 times. If you get a quest like that, and also, for example, something with like the weight ones, then it's probably actually best that you do them at the same time. They are getting simultaneously completed, so just make sure you're putting in stuff with very high weight to finish the KG quest, but also make sure you're actually just incubating, or compressing. And overall, that's just going to give you a bunch of quests to get done at once. A lot of people are also saying LLL about this update, and Jai did see this, so I am sure some changes are going to be made. He literally said what happened. So I think the developers have noticed. At the time you're seeing this video, it's definitely definitely very hard to do. I'm sure it costs Robux to skip the quest. Yeah, bro, 89 Robux by default. Don't do that. Literally just wait. The developers are probably gonna have already changed it by the time you're seeing this video. But we still need a little bit more, and we also have to harvest plants. So since obviously I don't have too many honeydews, I'm just gonna harvest the honey tomatoes. These actually have a bunch of mutations on them, so they're not bad, and my plants can come down and pollinate them. At the same time though, we want to make sure, yeah, the shop resets here in like 2 seconds. Come on, bro, please give me the stuff. Boom boom, and oh my god, 5. That's it, bro. That's all the honey coins or the honey stuff you're gonna give me. Okay, there's a lot of buttercups, so there we go. Let's purchase those. And there it is. We just received another 75 jelly. I still believe I have to get more harvested. Yeah, we just literally need 4 more. And so I'm just going to go specifically for the honeydews. Let's just water them. And there we go. Look at that. All of our bees just come here, quickly attack them, and you just collect it as soon as they do it. And there we go. Boom. Quest completed just like that. We're already up to 250 royal jelly. And if you don't know, this royal jelly shop obviously has the king bee. With the current balancing the devs have, if it costs 1200 jelly coins or royal jelly, and I have 250, which took 2 hours, multiply that by 2, that means it would take me around 9.6 hours in order to just be able to get one of these king bees. And that's assuming that I actually complete every single quest that happens within that time. So yeah, bro, I don't know what the developers were doing with the balancing, but they kind of messed it up pretty bad. I mean, this was not happening when I was a tester, but I don't know what happened. So I don't know. JNL, please let me be a tester again, okay? I'm sorry, I made a mistake. But I'm going to quickly wait out this 42-minute timer, and I will be back so we can go ahead and do the quest once again. And that time, we're actually really going to try to speedrun them. But for you, it'll only be like 2 seconds, so 2-1. All right, ladies and gentlemen, some time has gone by and the quests have reset. Let's take a look and view quests. As you can see, okay, this is actually pretty easy. Fill the honey compressor 4 times, okay. Harvest 75 plants from your honey garden and get 7 godly pollinations. I don't know if you guys see what I'm seeing here, but literally every single quest on this list right now can actually be done at the same exact time. For us to get godly pollinations, we're gonna need to harvest plants, so we're doing that anyways. And with the plants, all I gotta do is put them in the compressor to finish that quest. So that's literally what we're gonna do. We're just gonna first actually start off over here by grabbing the stuff that is mutated, or it has the pollination mutation. We're just gonna pick up anything it is. I don't really care if it's like something that's high in weight. We're just trying to pick some stuff up. And as you can see, a lot of these tomatoes I have here, none of them have mutations. The only bad part is I do have to stay in my garden for them to keep getting mutations. Otherwise, my bees follow me. But so let's go ahead, quickly put our stuff in here and just teleport back to our garden, because you do not want to go far away, because then your bees won't do anything. And right now, they are pollinating literally every single thing. One of my quests was to get godly mutations. So let's just make sure we are collecting all of them. I might have actually already finished that quest. It was so easy to do, bro. But here we go. I'm making sure we are picking up everything that has godly on it. So there we go. I just saw a godly. Boom. Godly. Yeah, it's very easy to get godlies. The only thing I would recommend is just get some mythical bee eggs. These pets on that egg typically give the godly mutation, but you are also actually able to upgrade your pets. And wait, what did I just get? A treasure bee. Oh yeah, this is very good, because a treasure bee gives you a 10% chance to increase in quality. So definitely get those. That's what I'm actually using, and I think it's very, very good. It occasionally upgrades my stuff, so it's pretty nice. All right, bro, how are we looking here? Is this pollination ready? Yes, it is. Compress it again. There we go. And wait, why is it not working? Hello? Put the stuff in there. Okay, there we go. And as you can see, we're already done with the get godly pollinations. I thought that was supposed to be the hardest, but I mean, that seems to be the easiest. Now I just need to harvest some pollinated plants. So here we go. Let's just harvest a bunch of these tomatoes. And the good thing is you can also use things like a radar, pollen radar. This is pretty good. Boom, I just use it, and look at that. It is literally harvesting everything for me, and we are done with that quest, just like so. The last quest is to literally just compress stuff. So I'm just gonna keep collecting it and compressing it, and that is all we have to do. Boom, and collect it. I'm not even worried about how much honey coins I'm getting, bro. I just need some jelly because some genius developer thought it's an amazing idea to make it only 75 jelly. But yes, like I said for the billionth time, I am sure they are going to buff it. I mean, if the developers don't buff it, this might honestly be one of the worst updates ever. Because even if you do transfer your stuff to the jelly mutation or the jelly variant, it still doesn't give you royal jelly once you sell it. It just gives you normal coins. So it's pointless to do that. But come on. Boom. Is this done? There we go. That's done compressing. And I think we just got to do it one more time, right? There we go. I received 15 royal jelly, and that took me about 3 minutes to do. But yeah, I really hope the developers do change the way the quest menu works. 3 quests is not enough. Maybe give us more quests to do at once, or make the quest give a whole lot more. Honestly, they could probably even make the quest harder if they want to give us a whole lot more, because they're so easy. But it does feel like a chore, and I'm curious, what do you guys actually think about it? I think this update's pretty good outside of the fact that, you know, you can't really get a whole lot of stuff because it takes forever. But if this video does help you guys out, please go ahead, watch this video on the screen right here. I went to pick it for you myself because I really think you're gonna like it. But click it fast. This video is about to end. And until then, I'll catch you in it. Bye! Hurry, subscribe, click it.